QPlace is a safe environment. It allows people from different backgrounds to come together and to have respectful discussion.
QPlace is a relational space where people who are spiritually curious can come together to explore what it is that they believe.
It's not highly structured or programmatic. It's organic, doesn't push an agenda.
A QPlace is a group of people who have ongoing conversations about God and the Bible. There is no teaching or preaching, just respectful, facilitated discussion where everyone has an equal voice and can come to their own conclusions about what they believe.
I never felt uncomfortable asking certain questions, making statements. QPlace is really providing a place where there's no judgment. Dave didn't think I was a bad guy because I, struggled with my belief.
When I started learning that QPlace is all about asking questions and opening up the conversation, it's not about just spitting out the right answer, I realized, oh, this is something I could totally do.
This is a model that I think is doable within the context of what we do in our daily lives.
I think one of the fears in leading this group is that, hey, I've got to answer the question. I really just try to be more of like a goalie, just kind of keeping the puck in place. So when they would ask a question, I'd answer it as a participant. But I would ask the other guy, say, well, what do you think of that question?
Questions discussed in a QPlace encourage everyone to seek truth together rather than listen to stock answers.
QPlace methodology reminds me to kind of open up the conversation instead of close it down. And it's not that I never get to share my opinion or where I stand, but given a choice, I always try to see, okay, what would open up the conversation more?
I love that the QPlace approach is to help lead people into discovering truth for themselves rather than being the one to dictate or to argue or to debate.
Even though there's lots of questions and there's a lot of freedom, there's also a lot of structure. So it's an easy thing to follow. Because many times we have a desire, but we don't even know how to begin. And I think what I like about this is that it takes you from desire to actual action and being involved in people's lives.
QPlaces work because they are rooted in relationships. With QPlace, you'll build community with people who care.
The way QPlace is designed, it creates community.
QPlace comes right out of relationship. And I believe, and it seems like the Bible would suggest, that the gospel is all about relationship.
We have meals together, we laugh together, we pray for one another now, and have great discussion with, I think, a lot of mutual respect for one another.
It allows us to really build a relationship around deeper issues that are important to us in our lives.
QPlace is ideal for those looking for a safe place to discuss spiritual topics, people who want to facilitate these discussions, and church leaders who hope to equip Christians to engage in ongoing spiritual conversations within their communities.
When you get into a conversation with someone about spiritual matters, it lights up your own faith. It brings a sense of renewal and purpose and meaning and discovery for you.
If you're interested in learning more about Christianity, that this was an excellent way to do it. It's hard for me to think of a better way to learn.